Hello everyone, my name is Abby Bliss White and welcome to my channel. Today I thought it would be fun to do some of my Sephora favorites using one brand so that you could kind of see it in action. So I am a huge fan of Charlotte Tilbury makeup. I have an extensive array of her products and I was just going to share with you my favorites, what I really would recommend for you, especially now that the Sephora sale is upon us. So I'm going to link all the information below for that sale in the description box, but I was going to go ahead show you these products in action as well as do some standalone videos with just my recommendations and the products themselves. But again, sometimes I find it helpful to kind of see if it's something that I actually want to purchase using it in action. So today I'm sharing one of my favorite brands and sharing some of my absolute favorite products from her. So if you are interested in watching, let's go ahead and get started. So one thing that I have bought pot after pot of is Charlotte's Magic Cream. So right now I'm just using a little sample. I am currently thinking of buying another one of her magic creams because I actually really love it. I know that some people think it's a little hokey. I get it. Not hokey, but just the name magic. But it is one of the best primers for your skin in the morning and I just really enjoy it. So I have already prepped my skin with skincare, sunscreen and all that, but I am gonna go ahead and put on her magic cream. It just feels really good. It's super moisturizing and I love it. I'm currently using other skincare, but this is one of my favorites. So if you are a Charlotte fan, you may want to give this a try. And I will link if they have the little travel that you can try her skincare. That would be another good option. Okay, as far as primers, you guys, I have bought several tubes of her, Wonder Glow. I love this so much. I did also buy her Brightening Youth Glow. Between the two, I still go back. This is like my favorite. It's a champagne-based primer. This one is more pearl. I love to use this underneath my eyes to brighten up, but I like this as kind of evening out my skin tone. You definitely do not need both. I just, I have bought repeat purchases of the Wonder Glow. This guy was new and I got entranced with its skincare benefits, but I have to be honest, I like this one better, but since I have it, I do use it. And then there is the Hollywood Flawless Filter, but we're gonna use that in a little bit. So what I do is I just take a little bit of this brightening and I like to put this on the parts where I want more of that pearl essence. So I like to put it underneath my eyes because that's where my bags are. And you can put it kind of down anywhere you might want more like pearlescent. And then for the rest of my skin, you guys, I actually just really love the Wonder Glow. This can be worn on its own. It is a beautiful champagne-based glowy primer. I was realizing that I really like a lot of glowy primers, so I'm gonna do a whole video on my favorites. But today we will just put this on. Next thing we're gonna do is take a little bit of the Hollywood Flawless Filter. The way I like to use it is to mix it into my foundation. This is fabulous. I know some people who'd take this doe foot applicator and put it all over their skin. That's a little bit much for me, but I do love it as an kind of a little bit more glow than say your actual Wonder Glow. Okay, this is gonna be probably 2 or 3 notches up from this. This is gonna be subtle and this is gonna give you a little bit more like wow. I love it and I am in shade 3. So today I am going to use, I think I'm gonna go ahead and use the Magic Foundation. So this was, you guys, a surprise hit for me. I had bought this way back when it first came out, and I'm gonna be honest, I did not care for it whatsoever. I have been a huge fan of the Light Wonder, and I would say, you guys, the combination of these two is just a mature girl's best friend. It's light, it looks, blurs any imperfections, just smooths out your skin, but it's not gonna give you a huge amount of coverage. So today I'm feeling like I want a little bit more coverage myself. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take, and I better shake it up. So this was, I'm just so glad I gave this a second chance because it became one of my favorites. And I also got it in shade 5. Which before I had it in shade 4 and I didn't really care for it. This was a long time ago. I had ordered it from Charlotte's site when it just came out. And now I have to say this has become one of my absolute favorite combos, is using a little bit of the Hollywood Flawless Filter and then mixing it in with her Magic Foundation, and your skin just looks so awesome and perfected. Okay, you guys, I just mixed this together and I'm going to dab it on my skin, and we'll just kind of put this on. And then I like to use this with a beauty blender, and you know, first I'll rub in a light layer just with my hands, just to kind of get an initial layer on my skin. And then I will go back through with a beauty blender. And you guys, I don't know, this has just been one of these foundations that I'm glad I gave a second chance. Because as you know, I have many foundations to pick from. And this was one where I saw a lot of YouTubers using it again, and more mature YouTubers like myself, not the young peeps. And so I thought, you know what, I better give this a try again, and I'm so glad I did. So now that I've got like a layer on my skin, I am going to go through and take a damp beauty blender. This is actually a Real Techniques, but my favorite beauty blenders, that's one thing from Sephora I always order. Always love that classic sponge, and if I can get it on sale. So I'm gonna leave all the details of the sale below. But I thought it might be kind of fun to show some things in action, and I will do a full list as well, because I have quite the makeup collection, I realized, and that I can give you some of my favorites from brands, and I thought that might be a little bit more helpful as well, as if you are interested in certain brands, then you can just kind of see it in action. So we are just putting this on, and then you guys, if you can see, it gives you a little bit of glow from that Hollywood Flawless Filter, but it also gave me some coverage. I'm not too worried about, you can build this foundation up, just FYI, but I'm gonna leave it here. I have found that as I have gotten older, I would rather use a little bit of concealer to kind of touch up than keep on layering on more foundation. So, okay, we have got this down. I'm just gonna kind of give it a quick little press. And then we are gonna go ahead and use her Magic Away concealer. So here's one thing, you guys. If you know me, I often just wear a little layer of foundation under my eyes because I find that concealer, you know, just collects in my wrinkles and makes me look older. But I have really enjoyed this Magic Away concealer. This is one that I have to say I actually enjoy. It's called Spanx for Underneath Your Eyes, and I absolutely love it. There's a couple things I like about it. You can have a little window here that's going to actually show how much product you use. I actually do enjoy the sponge applicator. I know some people don't, but since I'm just using it on my own skin, I really enjoy it. And I just like to bring it, let's see, go like this. I'm going to bring it down just a little bit. I just like to bring a little bit down in this little dark area here. And then, you guys, I don't like to bring it too much over here. That's where my wrinkles are. I'm gonna bring a little bit down my nose and up my T-zone, a little bit on my chin, and then I have a little spot here today. And just kind of gonna dot it on some spaces where I have some discoloration. So just a little bit like that. I'm gonna take that damp sponge and I am going to dab that into my skin and use that. So that is, you guys, this is one concealer, believe it or not, I actually like. It's kind of crazy. I was thinking about it, it's like I have a lot of Charlotte Tilbury makeup. I really like her. I love her tutorials. I think that she just does pretty, looks soft, pretty. I think she's very geared towards all ages, but particularly I think she does really well with a more mature audience as well. I think some of her products are geared towards women who are aging just slightly. And so I have really been into her brand from the beginning. Okay, moving on. You guys, one I am super proud of is I'm, again, just like concealer, I'm not a huge powder girl, but if I am gonna use powder, I absolutely love Charlotte Tilbury AIRBRUSH Flawless Finish Powder. I've even hit pan. I'm going to use this up, but this would be a good opportunity to get it on sale. And you guys, this one, I also have to tell you, one of my favorite brushes ever is her sculpting brush. I use this for powder, I use it for blush, I pretty much use it for everything. I do have some of her other brushes. I have her eye blender brush, her smudger brush, and you guys have often seen me using those. I also have her powder brush, or I think it's her bronzer brush. And I tend to use this the most because it's just a little bit more concise. And so this is one that I just really enjoy, and this powder is awesome. I have probably 2 powders that I actually like. And this is like my favorite, obviously. So I'm just going to, I don't want to get away that glow, but I do want to go ahead and set through the T-zone. And then I am going to do just a little bit underneath my eyes. Again, you guys, powder and concealer under my eyes are kind of scares me. But if I just set it just a little bit, I think that's great. Okay. You guys, I feel like I got what I wanted as far as powder on my skin. One of my favorites is, I think this is a universal favorite, excuse me, is Charlotte Tilbury's FILMSTAR Bronze and Glow. You guys, this is just a classic. I have had this for years and I still love it. It is just a great little bronzer contour and highlighter. It has a cult status because it really is that good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start by sculpting out a little bit of cheekbones just from the top here. And then on the other side, gonna warm up the skin just a little bit. I'm starting with this brush because I want to get a little bit of sculpting of cheekbones and underneath my jaw, and then I'm going to switch to the powder brush so you can see that in action. And you guys, this is actually her bronzer brush, and this is a very nice bronzer brush, so this is going to pick up a little bit and distribute it just kind of as bronzer versus where I was trying to sculpt out. So again, I'm just going to kind of dab this on across the bridge of my nose, anywhere where some sunshine is actually going to come down. Now, I have really enjoyed her brushes. I wouldn't say these are like, you must be all end all, but oftentimes she sells little things, little kits that come with them. But this guy is one that I use repeatedly. So out of the 2 of the brushes, I would definitely say the Sculpt brush is my favorite. Okay, since we already have this, let's go ahead and put a little bit of highlighter on just for fun. So I'm gonna go ahead and dab that on. And again, just going to do, this is just a really pretty subtle highlight, nothing too crazy. Again, that's why I think it's great for more mature skin. It isn't disco ball. Another thing that I often will do is actually use the Flawless filter and kind of dab it on right where I want it to be. But since we have this out, I just wanted to show you, and I'll put a little here. Okay, we are getting there. So this I would highly recommend. Is my absolute favorite. And this is the Pillow Talk Eye Quad. So you guys, I have bought many of her Look in a palettes, which includes eyeshadow, but I had not really bought any of her quads. I tend to go for Tom Ford quads for some reason. So this would be my very first Charlotte Tilbury quad, and as you can see, honestly, you guys, you have to get your hands on this. This is so good. It's part of the regular collection now, I believe. This is the Pillow Talk, and I find it to be the perfect, soft, neutral palette. I use this so much. If you can see, it's like getting very well worn. I cannot give this high enough kudos, and I absolutely love the formulation of these shadows. And again, I just think Charlotte does pretty, just a really good job of having nice, feminine, pretty shades. I will whip through this, you guys, and just kind of show you. I will also put a video of me using this, but I will go ahead and just do a quick eye look with this. Legendary Lashes Volume 2 as well as her full fat lashes. I absolutely prefer the full fat lashes versus the Legendary. Even the new version, I just found it to be extremely clumpy, smudgy, just was not my cup of tea. But this guy I love, and both my daughter and I love this. This is repeat purchase, and I think if you want a really nice, soft, kind of natural fluttery eyelash, you will really enjoy this. Okay, you guys, eyes are on. I just cannot express to you how much I love that quad. And the next thing I want to talk about is she makes the most beautiful blushes. So we own 3 of them, and when I say we, my daughter loves these blushes as well. We have it in Classic Ecstasy. You guys, this is just beautiful. Pinky, peach, perfection. Cannot tell you how much I love it. The formulation is just soft and buttery and just gorgeousness. So love that one. I also have it in Pillow Talk, which I'm going to use today. I love this one, you guys. It is so pretty. And again, this has this kind of highlighter right in the middle. It is just a really pretty, you could kind of use it as a bronzer. You could use this as great to take for travel because you can use this kind of like bronzer as eyeshadow with a little bit of highlight. It's really kind of multi-purpose. This beautiful Love is the Drug. You guys, this is your perfect spring punch of pink. It is absolutely gorgeous. So I could not recommend the blushes enough. We really enjoy them and like them. I'm not sure if I would buy another one right now. I think we have the colors that we want, but you guys, I don't think you could go wrong with that. Okay, so I'm gonna put a little swirl here. I just like to take that and then put a little here. And then we're just gonna put a little on our cheeks, warm this up. So pretty. And then last but not least, you guys, I am a huge fan of her lipsticks. So I think everybody could use a lip cheat in Pillow Talk. This is just your classic, perfect, your lips but better lip liner. This is, I have a couple different ones of hers. I have Bond Girl and Pillow Talk and her nude one. I will link it below. Okay, you guys, I have put just Pillow Talk on my lips all over. And then I have several of her lipsticks. No surprise there. I have done a lipstick tutorial showing you my, all the shades that I personally own. You guys have inspired me to start wearing a little bit lighter, peachier. I don't know if I call it peachy, but today I'm going to pull out my the Bitch Perfect, which you guys, I never thought I could really wear. I've had this and I just always thought it looked a little bit too light on my lips, but you guys have inspired me that you thought that it looked good. So I'm gonna put Bitch Perfect on today, but my other favorites are Pillow Talk, of course. I have it in the Sexy Lip version. I have it in her regular version, as well as a few others that I'm going to swatch for you in 1 second. These are the lipsticks that I would recommend and that I own and love. This is Bitch Perfect. This is Very Victoria, which is absolutely my favorite nude. This is Pillow Talk, Bond Girl, and then Secret Selma. These ones are just the ones that I tend to wear the most. And I'm thinking about getting Penelope Pink. And I'm not sure if I could wear Kim KW, but I am curious since I've been wearing lighter lipsticks. But you guys, I love the formulation of these. I like the Matte Revolution. I like her Kissing lipsticks, which is going to be a little bit more creamy. I just think she does a beautiful job with these. So these are the ones that I would say most worn and really enjoy. Okay, you guys, this is a full Charlotte Tilbury look using some of my favorite products from her line. I hope this was helpful, and I will be doing another full brand. I'm hoping these kind of videos are a little helpful to see them in action, as well as just a video with just my recommendations. But since I have so much of this collection, I thought it would be fun because I was getting ready anyways, and this was what I was planning on wearing today. So thank you for watching, and I'll be back with another video soon.